SHALAM. We're the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, coming out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of GEN.YAHANNA. 1969, we've been teaching so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians our true identity according to the Bible, which is the 12 tribes of Israel, the Lord's chosen people. And now our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Tonight is the Monday night history class. This Monday history class, we'll be going into the book of Exodus, continuing with what it is that we went through as we left that disgusting land it is that so many Negroes are in love with today, the land of Egypt, who was our oppressor at one point in time, who was a prideful nation that sought to destroy so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians and keep us oppressed under them so that their nation may rise and rule the earth, just as America does today. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 10, and verse 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go in unto Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart, and the heart of his servants, and I might show these my signs before him. Verse 2. And that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son, and of thy son's son, what things I have wrought in Egypt, and my signs which I have done among them, that ye may know how that I am the Lord. So like all these stories it's in these scriptures right here of how the Lord has delivered the children of Israel, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, out of the hands of our enemies, out of the hands of heathen nations and these false prophets who seek to oppress their people so that they can come up in the world of another nation. Like all these stories throughout these scriptures, we're supposed to pass them down to our children. We're supposed to make sure that they know what our God has done for us and us alone. You understand? But yet the Christian church has failed to teach our people what's in these scriptures. Like we know, we've heard of the story of the Exodus, but we don't know of it. Like we don't know how it is that the Lord destroyed a nation so that his people could be free from slavery. How it is that the Lord made us dwell in the wilderness until we decided that we were going to follow him, until we decided to be brothers and sisters to one another, and learn how to conduct ourselves not like the heathens. Like pastors are supposed to be letting our people know about what's expected of us. Like even if pastors don't think that we are the 12 tribes of Israel, even if they think, okay, well, we're just following the scriptures, we're going to serve this God just as they do with every single God on this earth. Like they should be making sure that those they're teaching know how it is that they're supposed to conduct themselves. Like regardless, there's still a specific way these people are supposed to act. Like they have their own laws. They have their own commandments, their own statutes, their own history, own culture. Like that's what's supposed to be promoted amongst our people. But yet we get Easter, we get Christmas, Thanksgiving, we get all of the holidays of our oppressor in the heathen nations. Like nothing in these scriptures is taught to us. Like the only thing that this book is used for is to falsely spread a religion of white supremacy. Like Christianity has nothing to do with these scriptures. And you false prophets as well, and you fake Israelite groups, you purple pigs, and any of you bastards that have broken off from the house of David. Like, you should be teaching our people what's really in these scriptures. But instead, you have bastardized our culture. And you followed in the ways of Amalek, in the ways of our oppressor, and got his understanding of these scriptures, and you went and taught that to our people. When that's not how it is that we're supposed to be. Like, you can only get the true understanding, the true spirit of these scriptures if you are in the I.S.U.P.K. under commanding General Yahanna. That's the only way. Verse 3. And Moses and Aaron came in unto Pharaoh and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord God of the Hebrews, How long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself before me? Let my people go, that they may serve me. Because Pharaoh was a proud bastard. The Egyptians, the Hamites, they were proud because they thought that they were better than the children of Israel. They thought they was better than a bunch of niggas, a bunch of wetbacks and uncivilized savages. That's what they thought. They thought their culture was better, that their lifestyle was better, that everything about them was better than our people, just like our oppressor does today. That's why it is that he looks down upon us like we are nothing but gangsters, criminals, thugs, and anything negative it is that you can think of towards a people. That's how the Egyptians viewed us. That's how, and you already know, that's how our oppressor views us today. But that proud spirit it is that you heathens have, it is going to be humbled very fast. Like, the Lord, he humbled the Egyptians by releasing them plagues upon their disgusting people. And he's been doing the same with America. Let's not forget about COVID-19. Like, that shut America down overnight. Let's not forget, or let's not ignore the chemical spills into you know, the water supplies. Let's not ignore the fires, the earthquakes, the floods. Let's not ignore all these different signs, all these wonders it is that the Lord is bringing forth onto America, is bringing forth into this earth to punish the nations for what they have done to Black, Latinos, and Native Indians. And don't think that just because you don't have, you know, your own land, or that you are Black, Latino, Native Indian, for you false prophets, for you wicked leaders, don't think that the Lord is not going to bring plagues upon you. Like, the Lord is going to destroy you as well with America because of what you have done to his people, for how you have deceived and misled Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, how you have abused us for your gain while sitting on the sidelines and watching us be destroyed for hundreds of years. Like, there is going to be a price to pay for the crimes that have been committed against the undesired people in this earth, which is the Lord's chosen people. There's going to be a price to pay. There will be a judgment. It's only a matter of time, because our people are starting to wake up. They're starting to realize who it is that they are, and they are finding the truth, which lies in the I.S.U.P.K. Verse 4, Else, if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow will I bring the locusts into thy coast. Verse 5, And they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth, and they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped, which remaineth unto you from the hail, and shall eat every tree which groweth for you out of the field. Isn't that what happened? Like, isn't that what happened not too long ago in America? Was there not, a swarm of locusts that had invaded, what is that, Nevada? You know what I'm saying? Out there, in goddamn Las Vegas. Like, was it not a cause for alarm for America? Because there was just a ridiculously large swarm of locusts being pushed across the ocean into these lands for them to consume whatever it was that was out there. For them to cause some kind of hindrance for our oppressor. Verse 6, and they shall fill thy houses, and the houses of all thy servants, and the houses of all the Egyptians, which neither thy fathers nor thy fathers' fathers have seen, since the day that they were upon the earth unto this day. And he turned himself and went out from Pharaoh. And don't think that that one little swarm that happened a few years ago, don't think that's the last one to come. Like the plagues of the Lord, they're going to be multiplied in this earth. Not only are hardships going to come for our oppressor here in America, but it's going to come for our oppressor across the ocean. It's going to come for the Ishmaelites. It's going to come for the Elamites, the Moabites, Ammonites, Amalekites, Edomites. Like, all these nations, they're going to get a taste of what it is that the Lord is going to bring to this earth, because they have all oppressed the Lord's people. They have all abused blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians and benefited off of our suffering. Every single one of them. There is a heathen nation out here that has not benefited off of the backs of our forefathers, off of our backs today. That's why it is they think they can go out and treat us any kind of way that they see fit, because we have been their slaves for over 400 years. Because they know that through our oppression, that their nation is able to be lifted up and can become mighty. That's why it is that they can accuse you of stealing something without any proof and gun you down, just as they did that poor brother. You understand? What was he, 14? Like, they can do that because that's what they have been doing to our people. Let's not forget about Latasha Harlan, who was also gunned down by either, I don't know if she was Moab or Ammon, heathen's a heathen. But she was gunned down by that heathen as well, because she was accused of stealing, shot in the back of the head. They've been oppressing and destroying our people. So why would they stop all of a sudden now? Because your Christian pastor tells you God loves everybody? Verse 7, and Pharaoh's servants said unto him, how long shall this man be a snare unto us? Let the men go, that they may serve the Lord their God. Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed? And it's like Pharaoh's servants wants to know, like, why don't you just let this nigga go and do, what he wants? Like, why don't you let him just go and serve his God? The same spirit that our oppressor is going to have here in America, up there in Canada, Indians, to get out of their land, because these empires, they have worked hard to build, that they have fought wars in order, countless hours, brokering deals so that they can get their trade booming, going and getting their constitutions going and doing all of the hard work it takes in order to raise up a nation. They understand that all of that is going to be gone. Like, it's gone down the drain. Because, like, just like the Egyptians refused to let their slaves go. Don't think that because it's 2023 that America all of a sudden is going to have some kind of revelation. That they're going to understand that God does love everybody. That we're all, part of a greater power. Whatever lovey-dovey, nonsense it is that we love to say in order to join to our oppressor and in order to trick ourselves into thinking that one day this animal will no longer devour us. Like that's why our oppressor will never let us go. That's why the Egyptians never let us go. Because if they let them go, in verse 8, and Moses that shall go. And so Pharaoh, he went ahead and gave his go ahead for us to go and serve our power, to learn our culture, our history. But we want to know who is it that's going to go with you? You going to take all the people? You going to take just the gangsters? Just the rebels? Verse 9, and Moses, our sons and our daughters, with our flocks and with our herds will we go, for we must hold a feast unto the Lord. And Moses let this discussing you to know we are taking everybody and everything, and we are going to go and serve our power. And that's the kind of brotherhood it is that we're supposed to have as a nation. Like, we're supposed to want for all Israel to be saved and to come into this truth. Like, I know Commander GEN.YAHANNA is fighting so that all of Israel can be saved, so that all of us can come out of this hell it is that we have been living in. And he refuses to leave a single brother, a single sister, a single child behind. But that's not something that you fake Israelites, whether you're a purple pig, whether you're a pedophile, whether you think it rains everywhere that you go, like whatever it is that you are, like you would not do this. Like you would leave brothers and sisters behind. You wouldn't fight. And how all you cowards gave your 2 cents on what it is that you would do. And all of you said that you would grovel at the feet of them purple pigs, at the feet of them rainbow community members. God damn it, most of you would have pleasured them any kind of way that you could have, if it meant that you could have left that street corner on profits. If you can't fight against the rainbow community, like, how the hell are you going to raise up this nation? How are you going to be able to come against the American government, against their police forces and their military, against the lynching mobs? How are you going to be able to come against them when you can't even come up against a group of cowards? Like, the way you fight is you just become a bigger coward than the coward coming against you. When that's not going to do anything to build up this nation. If anything, it's going to destroy us and keep us destroyed. That you could have salvation. And we will continue to fight till the kingdom of heaven is established in this earth. As I will let you go, and the little ones, the Lord. For the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out a hand over the land of Egypt, the locusts, that they may come up upon the land of Egypt and eat every herb of the land, even all that they have left. Verse 13. And Moses upon the land all that day and all that night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought locusts up over all the land of Egypt, and rested in all the coasts